Hey guys, so I thought I would show you some of the food that we get monthly because we do shop monthly. It saves a lot of money and it's just better for us if we do it monthly. That way we know exactly how much we're spending each month. But I thought I'd just show you just a few things that we get. Some things that we don't get every month, but just kind of the variety of stuff that we get because everyone loves food. So the first thing is bananas. I don't always get these every single month, but I do try to get them because of the potassium in them. I like to have them in the morning, like before I have any other type of breakfast, like cereal or oatmeal. I will have a banana. I'm not a fan of putting banana in my cereal or oatmeal, so I have to have it separate. But yeah, so I've been having one of these every morning. But I'm going to make banana bread out of two of them, so you guys can look for that video. Now, as far as refrigerator stuff, we do end up getting lots of eggs because my husband has to eat quite a bit. He has to get quite a few calories and fat to gain weight. So we end up getting lots of eggs, and I do end up eating them, occasionally, like today and probably tomorrow. I pre-boiled some for him for work, and then I pre-boiled myself some for tomorrow. And then, of course, we have the basics. We get a thing of water, and then we end up getting, obviously, milk and creamer and all that stuff. And then we always end up getting bottled water for, work and whatnot. So we ended up getting this time something new, which was the cranberries. These are the ocean spray cranberries, and I wanted them for like my oatmeal and just like a good snack because you can monitor how much like sugar you put in them, so it kind of helps out rather than getting the can. You can just make them yourselves, and plus they were on sale at the Asian market. They're only $1 a bag. My cat is sneezing. I actually made some cranberry sauce. Whoops, some cranberry sauce last night, so it's just leftovers. And this is my eggs for tomorrow. And then we sometimes like to buy like tomatoes. I actually want to get more because I've been eating them with flatbread that I'll show you in a second. And then the next thing that we've been kind of buying a lot of, not a lot of, but recently is grape tomatoes or cherry tomatoes. They actually are really good if you just cut them up with a little bit of like a light sauce for pasta or whatnot. So that's good. One of the major things we actually get every month, which is so good for you to put in so many dishes, is this huge tub of garlic. We get it at the Asian market, and you can find it at other grocery stores as well, where it's peeled. It's super easy. It makes you use it more instead of having to peel it. We do have the unpeeled version too, but yeah. And then we always end up getting like hot peppers, which I think we've had those in there for a while. They're not anything new. We usually always have like hot peppers. Another thing that we always get is a huge thing of carrots. Sorry, giving you a shot of my hair. A huge thing of carrots, because carrots are so good for you. We usually always have them in our refrigerator. And then celery. You wouldn't think celery would be that good for you. I mean, some of us know that they do have a lot of vitamins and minerals that are really good for you. But we always keep them in there because they're really good for soups and Asian dishes and, just good stuff like that. Same with cabbage. Cabbage is really good for you, and we always end up getting a huge head of it. This is just a half of one that we had. We didn't have to buy any this time, food shopping. But another thing is lemons. Oops. I actually end up using lemons not only in cooking, but I also use them, like when I've used the lemon, I use the leftover like peel and stuff to like wipe down counters. It's great for like a disinfectant, and also like leaving the used peeling in the fridge gets like deodorizes it, and also setting it on top of your trash deodorizes it as well. And then limes, of course, is great with Mexican food and any Asian type food. And then of course, I have to get my apples. Whoops. There we go. Have to get my apples every month. I don't know, something about apples lately. And those are just the Gala apples. And they're actually really good because they're local. So I really like them. And then we always have our onions, and then we always have potatoes, of course. So that's kind of like the basic vegetables that we get. And then for sauces or like condiments, we don't always get this. We've been getting it. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's just the Oaker's whipped cream. It's probably the best whipped cream if you're looking for one, which is Oaker's. And my cat just got on top of the fridge. He's been learning how to get up on everything. And no, you cannot eat my plant. Stewie, come on. Oh, he's been such a brat lately. It's annoying me. Stewie, come on. Come on. You have to get down. You have to get down. You'll get a spanking later, I promise. Okay, another thing that I bought that made me really excited, because I love using apple cider vinegar for a lot of things, not only for like cooking and dressings and whatnot, because I make my own salad dressings, but I also like to use it for like my hair and whatnot to get rid of residue. So I was just super excited that I found the All Natural brand. So that was about $3 something at Walmart, so I was super excited to find that. And then of course the cat wants to, he's being really bad. And we always have stuff like soy sauce, and we always buy these little lemon, these little lemon juice, just in case we don't have lemon. We have a lime one. And we always have hot sauces. Now, not everyone's a fan of hot sauces, but me and my husband love different kinds of hot sauces, and we always like to spice up our food. So we have like different Tabasco ones, and that's just a Panda Express thing. And then we have this one, which is super hot. I'm going to have to wash my hands after, because if I touch my eyes, it'll burn. And then we have this one, which is probably another one of my favorites, hot sauce. Chili garlic, and then Texas pea is always a staple in our refrigerator, and then we have the regular Tabasco back there. And this is another thing we always try to keep in here, which is wasabi. It's really good if you have a stuffy nose and you take a little bit of this. It's strong, yes, because it is a type of like horseradish, but it's clears your sinuses like, you know, crazy. Another thing that we wanted to get is Thai hot chili mayo, and I hate mayo, but I do like this because the chilies kind of make it so that way it's not as like mayo-y taste, but I don't like mayo, so I thought that I would end up getting that, but I do like that for sushi. And then yeah, just our basics, you know, Worcestershire sauce and all that stuff. Now, as far as a lot of our meats, we always buy a good amount of meats that last us the month. Sometimes it lasts us longer, but we always end up freezing everything. Like I have, this is actually flour. I have my wheat flour and my white flour, and I put it in here because it makes it last a lot longer. Say if you don't use or bake a lot, but you want to keep flour, store it in a bag in the freezer. Trust me, it like keeps it preserved for a while. And then we always end up getting like frozen peas or frozen corn, and then a lot of chicken. And it's good to wrap it up good, obviously, like twice. I have plastic wrap and then in a freezer bag. And then we have some more chicken. And then we sometimes will splurge and buy like pot stickers. This is from the Asian market, and some like egg rolls and whatnot. And this is something we always have in our fridge because my husband loves it, and it's a quick thing for him to eat since he, you know, wants to gain weight and whatnot. So it's like a perfect thing for him. Sometimes I'll have one, but they're super high in fat, so I try to stay away from it, but they are really good. And then I just put in some of the pumpkin from the can that I was using for my pumpkin white hot chocolate. But you can freeze it. Freezes really well, so that if you do end up making that by the Good Monster or Miss Glamorazzi, you can stick it in there. Now for cupboard stuff, we do have a lot of noodles and stuff. We always end up buying them because they're a quick thing for my husband to eat. And not only that, but at the end of the month when things get tight and we don't have the money to go out and buy like food, you know, we will just, you know, have noodles and whatnot. So we do have a lot of them, but other than that, we usually eat pretty healthy. And we have a lot of pasta, which is actually pretty good for you if, you know, you're still trying to like stay on a low-cal, low-fat diet. They're okay for you. Beans are actually okay. Sometimes I like to make them myself, but baked beans are actually really good for you. And I always have stuff like black beans and kidney beans. You can't go in there. He's like crazy today. And then we make our own like sauces for spaghetti. We don't like to buy the like jarred spaghetti sauce. So we'll buy this whole plum shaped tomatoes, and we will put it in the blender for a little bit just to grind them up, and then we will add our own spices, which is just usually like pepper, salt, garlic powder, onion powder, and like basil and parsley, you know, just a few things. Oh, and a little sugar too, because it's good to sweeten it up, but not too much. And then we always buy tomato paste, which is good to thicken up stuff. But not only that, I use it as a base for minestrone soup and also as pizza sauce. And if you guys like to see that sometime, I could always post a video on how I make pizza sauce. And then we always end up buying like some tuna. Ooh, Stewie, you okay? He just took a huge flip. He tried to get on top of. Aw, Stewie, come here. I don't think he's too happy. Aw, you guys see him over there? You can't do that stuff. You gotta be a good boy. You okay? Come here. Aw, hold on. I'm gonna go check him. Okay, I'm back. So, as I was saying, yeah, so we have a lot of pasta and beans and tomatoes that we always end up buying every month. And then sometimes we end up buying something like this, which is just roasted seaweed, which we use to make sushi. So that's actually pretty easy too. I could always make a video on how to make sushi. And then as far as like baking and snacks, we don't always buy potato chips, but we do like Utz because they're, you know, not really made with a lot of preservatives. They're actually pretty natural. So we like the salt and vinegar. It's like our favorite. And then we will buy cereals like Honey Bunches of Oats and Quaker cereals. And then once in a great while, I like to buy applesauce, just the unsweetened. And I will add my own stuff to it. And then this has been probably one of my favorite snacks lately, which is the fruit and nut. Just a mix, trail mix. And as far as oils, we always keep like canola oil because it's probably the best oil as far as cooking or baking. But normally I like to have coconut oil, but it was kind of expensive, so I ended up just buying canola oil. And then we always buy extra virgin olive oil. You never want to buy light or just plain olive oil because they're not actually real olive oil. We did a lot of research on it, and it's always good to look for extra virgin olive oil. This one's actually not too expensive. It's De Cecco. It's an actual Italian brand, so you usually can buy this pretty much anywhere. And then we buy stuff like panko, which is really light Japanese breadcrumbs for different things. And like if you want to put on, it's great on fish and chicken as well, but fish is probably the best. As far as like baking stuff, I always end up having like, you know, stuff to bake with because I love to bake or, you know, do different things. So, or make like little treats and whatnot. So I don't always carry this in here, but I ended up buying it for the pumpkin spice white hot chocolate that Miss Glamorazzi or the Good Monster, Ingrid, she had up on her channel, and it looks so good. And I ended up buying that for this time, and I have had a couple of the hot chocolates this week. But normally I don't usually buy that stuff because I try to buy, like, you know, healthy options. And then I did buy semi-sweet baking chocolate. And again, I don't always buy this, but sometimes I'm making something and I wish I bought this. So this is kind of just going to be like in my pantry in case I, you know, need it. And then, of course, cornstarch to thicken things and whatnot. Sauces, it's great for, like, Asian dishes if you need to thicken a sauce. I always have Hershey's Cocoa natural unsweetened in my pantry, though, because I do use this quite a bit. So a lot of, like, low-fat cakes and, you know, different low-fat stuff that you can make with this. So I always keep that in my pantry. Of course, the baking soda, and then vanilla. I do have imitation, but sometimes when I buy regular vanilla, it just tastes really different to me, or sometimes off, I don't know. But I always like that one. And, of course, peanut butter, creamy. I like crunchy, but my husband likes peanut butter, so, I mean, likes creamy, so I end up buying that. Another good thing to have in your pantry sometimes is cornmeal, because not only can you make, like, cornbread, but you can also use it as a coating for chicken, as you can see on, like, the packaging, or fish or anything like that. It's really good. And there's more peanut butter back there because this one's almost gone. And then, yes, I do carry Nutella for most of the time, because the fact that I go through this in, like, you know, more than a month. So, like, it's not like I have it all the time. But I do like to keep it because I have a lot of chocolate cravings. Like, and no, I'm not pregnant. Ever since I was little, I've always craved chocolate. And I just, you know, once I get that chocolate craving, I need something chocolatey. That sounded weird, chocolatey here. So I always end up having that, and I usually eat them with the plain animal crackers, so it gives me like a light little snack. I'll put like a little handful of the crackers and then just a little teeny, like, tablespoon or 2 tablespoons or whatnot, like a little bit of the Nutella, and dip it in. And then up here I have banana chips, and usually I end up having those just once in a while for, like, a treat. And then, of course, baking soda, yeah, brown sugar, because I do like using that in baking, and my oatmeal. And I like the dark version the best because I feel like it just does, it tastes a lot better than just regular light. And I always have to buy, like, a Fiber One bar or some sort of kind of granola bar, more of the healthier ones. Last time I think I had Kashi. I actually have one Kashi in here. Let's see where it is. Yeah, this Kashi one. It's a pumpkin spice flax, which is really good. And then sometimes I will buy these. My husband likes them, which is surprising because he's not a huge, like, nut and granola type person. Like, he will eat it, but he really liked those, and that's like the maple version. And then this is just what is in this box, like what it came with. So it's just like that. And there's a lot of fiber in these, which is really good. It says 20% of your daily fiber, whoops, which is you know, a good amount. So I do like that for snacks. And I do like to put them in my purse as well, because there's times where I've been super hungry and I wasn't able to grab, like, a proper meal. And I was so thankful that I had one of them in my purse. And just for some other random things that we do buy is, of course, bread. We always have bread. Obviously, most people do. Sometimes I like to make bread because I like the flavor better, but it's hard to make wheat bread, like, at home, because it can come out really, like, stiff or really dense. So we end up buying, like, wheat bread, and then I'll make, like, a loaf of white bread. And these are kind of a new thing that we've been buying. But I'm kind of addicted to them now because I found out a really good thing to eat them with. They are great with tuna, but I love them with a couple slices of tomato with salt and pepper and olive oil. And then you just put it in, and it's like a little pocket like pita, but they're flatbreads. And yeah, so I just like put them in it and have it like a little tomato sandwich. And then I'll put like have eggs to the side, like boiled eggs or whatnot. But these taste so good. I love them better than pita bread, even sometimes better than actual bread. Like they're really thin, but this is only a half of one. But they're really thin, but they're thicker than pita, and I don't know, they just taste so good. I just love it. This is an oatmeal one, I think. This is by Arnold, and it's the 8-grain version. So I don't know, it's really good. It would be good with turkey, mozzarella. Basil, tomato, and mozzarella would be really good, like a caprese type thing. And then like turkey and lettuce and all that stuff. It's really good. So I do those. That's like one of my favorite things lately. And the last things I like to usually always have, obviously, is oatmeal. I try to always keep this so that way I will have it for breakfast each morning. And then lately I've been wanting to put like cranberries in there since I've gotten the cranberries. So I usually like the old-fashioned version just because they're more meatier, I guess you can say. I don't know. They're more coarser. Sometimes the quick oats, they end up like becoming too mushy, so I usually don't like them, but I like old-fashioned. And then down here, I am a tea fanatic, as you guys probably know from my other channel. If you're new, then I am obsessed with tea. My husband actually got this one because he's been making or wanting to make like a Thai iced tea, so we got that for it. And then these were actually really good. It's a saffron tea, and I got this at Market Basket. I don't know exactly where they sell these, you know, if they sell them everywhere, but I really like that one. And then I have another one, which is a green tea, saffron tea. So, and then here is more tea. There's like green tea, there's chai tea, there's all kinds of like crazy, you know, berry teas and, you know, coconut, mango, and everything in there. And then I just recently got oolong tea because I really like the Chinese tea that they give at restaurants, and I wanted to know exactly like what they had, and I guess my mom said that oolong tea is what they serve, and I ended up looking it up, and oolong tea is one of the most popular teas that they serve there. So I was excited that I ended up buying these, but I ended up getting 2 because they're actually really cheap at the Asian market. And then I have a chai tea from Stash. Stash is probably one of my favorite tea companies as far as the price and the quality. So, but this is actually loose leaf. So I want to go back to the Asian market and get more loose leaf because I think the quality of them are really good. So yeah, that's pretty much what we buy each month. I know some of it is, you know, our basics that most of us probably have in our house. But I thought that, you know, there might be something in there that you might get an idea of to buy for your pantry or your fridge. And I know everyone loves food, so I thought that, you know, this would just be a good video to watch. Another good thing that it's always good to have in your, you know, stash of food is lots of spices. I will show you really quick of a few things that we end up buying. But we end up getting this for a bridal shower or a wedding shower. And it had like a bunch of spices in it, like, you know, your pretty much basic spices, but we ended up going and always having like excuse me, it's like really annoying me. We end up going and getting like onion powder and garlic powder and like pepper and red pepper flakes and coriander, and I have some pumpkin pie spices for baking, and we have ginger, and I don't know if I said that already, but just like basic stuff like that is always good for, even if you're trying to like eat light, because it makes a huge difference if you're trying to make a light meal and you add some spices to it, because they're good for you and it just, you know, spices up a meal. So same with hot sauce too. Hot sauce is really good to help spice up a meal, but it's even good for you if you're losing weight. It boosts your metabolism so that you end up losing weight. But yeah, so I hope that you kind of got an idea of maybe something new to get for your kitchen. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please leave comments below of maybe some stuff that you get each month to maybe give me an idea of what to buy. And thumbs up this video too if you like it, so that I know that you know, things that you guys like, so that way I know exactly what kind of videos to make. So I hope that you all are doing well, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.